y'all. Welcome to Just the Guys podcast, episode 159. Big 159, just 1 week. One more episode away from 160. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate all the views in the last podcast. Thank you for dropping comments, and thank you to the new. Well, if you're new now and you're tuning into the podcast, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah. We'll be dropping more videos for y'all. We got a segment that's new. It's fairly new. We call it Throwback Thursday. So every Thursday we react to a track that kind of influence our ears when it comes to listening to hip hop and how we consume the music, and just sometimes classics, sometimes slept on tracks. If you have any suggestions, like, comment, subscribe. Excuse me. Like the video, comment, let us know what your suggestion is. Join the Discord. You know, sometimes the notifications pop up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a ghost town just because we've been working a lot. But yeah, Just the Guys podcast, man, where it doesn't matter if you're a he, she, a they, or them. When you tune in, it's us.
Yeah.
It's us. And today we got a few topics on the table. Nothing too long, but you know, just some things we wanted to get off our chest and kind of just ramble about. Well, mostly Terrell, because I know what I want to talk about, but it's not going to be anything positive.
I mean, well, we might as well just, if you're watching these videos in succession, you see we're wearing the same shit from the last reaction video, then you know we're fresh off the Carter 6. Or you might not know that. You might have thought we were going to do the reaction after this. But first impressions, post reaction, that was probably lackluster. Disappointing, upsetting. The lighter flick disappointed us.
Inefficient.
The beats just sounded hollow, like they were missing something to me personally. And then Wayne just was being Wayne on tracks, but not the Wayne that we know. He just whatever punchline, just punchlines just for the sake of punchlines is what he was doing. So really lackluster. Like you can shelve that. That should have just stayed in the vault, honestly, on a hard drive somewhere. I'd rather you just retire. And it's just funny how Push called it in 2018. This flash without the fire, all this shit. And it's just like it just doesn't sit. Like it doesn't hit. The features are washing him. And he was just rapping about nothing. Honestly.
Bullshit.
Nothing.
This is like mixtape rap, bro. It's like this is like what he would do if he was trying to drop a quick, EP, and he wanted to experiment, but for some reason he called it the Carter 6. Yeah. And he has a whole intro track and then another track that like gives the album hope, and then the rest of it just sounds like a bunch of fucking throwaways.
Right.
And if you wanted to do that, then make them throwaways, give them like if they're gonna be throwaways, give them to somebody. Like give them to a DJ or something. Let him mix them into something else and like let them be throwaways then.
Right.
That Jelly Roll track was like okay. The band from NO was like that was trash. I'm not even gonna lie. That was trash. The Bells was like
Big Sean was good.
Yeah.
2 Chainz was okay. Big X was a great for the hook. But other than that was just
he did his thing.
Man, I'm pretty sure it gets worse as the TL was right and that shit was trash.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We made it about halfway through Island Holiday, and
that was it.
That might not even see the light of day. It just wasn't. It's not worth it. Trust me.
They're gonna call us haters in the thing, but whatever. Like, I'm glad y'all popped out for the other videos. That one, we knew beforehand it was ass. It was more like, let's just do it. And then it's more entertainment, if anything, because we're not really like, there's no bars to dissect. The beats are cool. And it's just like, that's more of that. What was for that, like just entertainment. But y'all popped out for the Ace Trumpets video. Y'all popped out for the Nostalgia video. And I was surprised that both of those went crazy like that. Like I wasn't expecting them to go crazy. I was expecting one of them to go crazy, which I thought Ace Trumpets was going to be the only one to go crazy, and then Nostalgia was going to fly under the radar. But they both popped. So thank y'all for tuning in. We read your comments, all of them. We will do our research on the clips. However, well, y'all don't know how old we are.
Well.
And Steez is on the list too. if y'all don't know how old we are, we were like young pups when the Clipse were making noise, which makes sense as to why we don't know much about them, because they were popping when I was in elementary school. That's when I think Grindin' had came out. So I didn't have the tools to do my research, and my parents definitely weren't spinning Clipse. They were spinning Still Pac and whatever was just on the radio. I think my mom was really into like Mary J. Blige, Ashanti, Alicia Keys, all that. So like Clipse wasn't being played because it was really VA, and down I'm from Florida, so like, you know, I mean, whatever. We're listening to Trick Daddy and all that shit because he was running amok down here, and Trina and Slip and Slide Records. Everybody was just going crazy down here. So like, Clipse wasn't on the radar. But now that I'm adult, I can definitely go back and like we can do some old Clipse tracks, you know, and just throw those on Throwback Thursday and be more in tune with hip hop history, because I know they're big figures in hip hop history. They're your rappers' favorite. They're your favorite rappers' favorite rapper. They're Drake's they were Drake's favorite rapper before the beef, or favorite rap group before the beef between him and Pusha T. And I know Kendrick has nothing but good things to say about Pusha T. So we'll get there. But Ace Trumpets on like third, second, fourth listen, I'm like, yo, No Malice definitely had the best verse, and just like the fucking flips when he said something about Mufasa, right? Like he said something about Mufasa, and then the next line was like, you'll die at the Oscars, right? But the word Oscars has Scar in it, so it's another nod to the Lion King play on words that he's doing. I'm like, yo, Malice's verse, and then the fact that this song samples like a old like Hindu beat, so that's why the beginning of the song was like, this is culturally appropriate. Oh my! And that's why they had like the Indian flips, the Hindu. That's why you have Gandhi in there. And you have, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy.
That track is insane.
Crazy. Wayne got smoked. They don't want beef with Pusha T. Smoked. Like that's the high level rapping that I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't listen to Wayne now. Wayne doesn't do it for me no more. Like
he's not rapping like that anymore.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
He's just rapping. He's rapping for fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can kind of see like that's kind of his style, the punchline rap, and he doesn't care. He just wants to record for the fun and art of recording. It's like a hobby. You know, he's making music, he doesn't really care. He's not sober. You know, he's just doing his thing, just living out his life as a legend.
Yeah.
But it's kind of ruining his legacy, because it's just, that shit is just unbearable.
Like, just stop rapping.
Yeah, or like, I don't know. I mean, if you can't stop, like, at least don't make a project, like I said, of throwaways, and just call it an album.
And this was like executive produced by Wyclef Jean, and that's a little bit more disappointing than anything, because like Wyclef has a really amazing musical ear. So maybe it's just not translating well. Maybe it's something that we're all missing, but it's just not landing. Like the project didn't land. So, but I'm excited for the Clipse album. That'll be like the next big reaction that you guys are gonna get. July, I think 11th or 13th, one of those. That's the next really big reaction y'all are gonna get. But really excited, and I'm glad y'all popped out for that. All the comments I read, every single one of them, whenever they come, I try to reply to all of them. But you know, yeah. What else we got on the table? Let's talk about Timbaland. Fuck it. Timbaland has caught himself in a controversy. He's over there. He does these TikTok. If you don't know who Timbaland is, huge hip hop producer. Always a legend. He was up there with Missy for a bit. He'll be there. He was with Justin Timberlake for a while too. Just his beats, Aaliyah. His beats are crazy. But he does these like TikTok lives where like he brings up and coming producers. People submit their beats. They play them on live, and he says whether or not he fucks with them. Whole time he's doing that, he's feeding these beats to an AI. to train the AI into making, like, to be a producer, almost be an artist, you know. And people are giving him shit for that. It's low key fuck. The people didn't know that he was doing this, and it came out that he was doing it. And I get that AI might be like the future in some aspects and in some channels, but when it comes to music, I don't think there's anything an AI can do to replicate artistry on a high level. You get what I'm saying? I think it's good for like starter producers and starter, you know, like maybe up and coming. I know a lot of people have been trying to dabble in AI. People accuse Playboy Cardi in the I Am music that he used AI. Ye said that he used AI on Vultures 2 or whatever. But like, I feel like AI is good for other things, but not for music. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's where we should draw the line, and it's not gonna it's not gonna pick up steam because like it's hard to replicate. Even
you can't replicate the emotion. You can't replicate emotion, and the imperfections that come in the music make it unique. You know what I mean? Like making a sound more distorted, or making a synth and like having it kind of bleed into something else. You can't recreate that with AI.
Yeah.
That process I don't think it's ever going to be touched. No matter how good AI gets, you can't replicate human feeling, emotion, and sound. Like people get they get they submit themselves to all kind of influences, drugs, drinks, you know what I'm saying? Like all kind of effects, mind altering effects, or the lack thereof, just to feel and come up with that, have that creative avenue when it comes to like making music. If you know what I'm saying? Like there's some people, like I remember when Kanye was saying that shit. He was saying that he didn't like taking his meds because it would take away his creative vision. And I mean, fuck him, but you know, that's just an example, and probably an example that everybody would know. So
Yeah.
I don't think that would really ever happen. Like pure musicians that understand music theory and sound and how you can manipulate an instrument, and then when it comes to engineers and manipulating the DAWs, that won't be replicated.
Right.
Because AI will do everything. Like it'll snap to maybe chords, it'll snap to major, minor, it'll snap to like whatever you kind of program it to do. But ultimately, if you want something that's gonna sound authentic and full and completely like emotion triggering, it's probably gonna have to be from an actual person. You know?
Yeah. So I don't even understand, like, I don't know. That's like fucked up for him to do. Honestly, not let people know that you're taking their work and submitting it to AI to train. And I don't know what his thought process was behind that. I can't speak for him. I just know that it's fucked up, and I would be pissed if I submitted my damn beat and you over here training fucking Chat GPT, whatever fucking AI program you're using to fucking train it to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like music is the only market where like AI can't,
like a damn guinea pig, bro.
Yeah, like where AI can't take your job from you. You know what I'm saying? Like all this other autonomous shit that AI can do, and all these programs and machinery can do, they can't replicate beats and all that. And like even like not even using software, like using analog, like an actual beat machine, and you pressing the buttons. Like there's something raw and authentic about that an AI, a machine, a computer can't replicate. You get what I'm saying? They can't replicate that vibe in the studio that these rappers be having when they sit there and you see them making the beat from scratch, or multiple takes on a verse just to get the verse laid right. Like AI can't do it. And if it does do it, it's just like it lacks something. Like something's missing there. You know what I'm saying? Like the emotion's missing there, the feeling is missing there. And it makes it harder to connect to. The reason why we love these rappers is because we can connect to them on an emotional level, or like whatever. Like they say something profound and thought provoking. Like, I don't think even Kendrick said it. AI is gonna have trouble cloning Kendrick. All the inflections he does with his voice, the way he delivers a line. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't You can't
Ad
replicate that.
libs.
You can't do it. Even like Young Thug's ad libs. If you want to take it down a notch, if y'all want to say I'm glazing Kendrick all the time, Young Thug's ad libs, like
Roddy Ricch. That's another one. His ad libs, like the box. You think the fucking AI is gonna be able to make the box? Hell nah.
And
like when
y'all
people
love
figure out
Rod
that was his
Wave.
voice,
Y'all love Rod Wave, and his emotion and his raps, AI can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mastered that.
And even YoungBoy, like y'all connect with YoungBoy on a level, AI can't replicate his inflections, and he be singing on some songs too. And it's just like you can't do like AI is not gonna fit in the music industry. I could see it fitting everywhere else, but like I don't know. I mean, whatever. I can't speak. I could just be like the old head in the situation. You know what I'm saying? I could also be that person, like just not getting with the times, I guess, because everyone's so reliant on AI. But I just don't see it working.
People don't use that shit for anything. Like
people
not
be
for
like,
art, not for emails, not for work. Fuck that. Like
right?
I'm not gonna. Like I just feel I don't hate to get political or whatever the fuck I'm about to do, but I don't think it makes sense to, as technology gets stronger, more powerful, more complex, and way more versatile, to just stop using my brain and relying on these things because they can be destroyed, they can be fried, and they can be lost.
Yeah.
I still want to use my brain because that's my powerhouse. If I can't think, if I can't adapt, if I can't perform, I can't live. These like using my brain like that, like this is the most important tool that I have because it warps my reality. If my brain is diseased, then I have a terrible time. I have a terrible life. I have a terrible time. I experience things differently, right? I'm always sad. I'm depressed. But if my brain is healthy and active, I feel like I can achieve anything. I'm learning things at a quick rate, adapting at a quick rate. I'm learning that this is how you categorize this things, or like this is the best way to approach this. It's like if you have a healthy, strong brain and you're using it, then you don't develop a crutch with this technology. Like how many times have you needed to do something, you were like, oh, I don't know what the fuck this word means, or like whatever, and you would go online and look it up, or you were like, oh, I don't really remember this. You go online, look it up. Or I have like my one of my bosses, like all the time, he's like, yeah, sometimes I just can't really get to the email or like the message, so I train ChatGPT to respond to the messages. Like even human interaction, social skills, you're letting your phone and AI do that for you. That stuff AI can never replicate, because then when you have to meet people in person, like you know how important social skills and networking is.
Right.
Like you can, like being able to sell something to someone, like almost like in retail, or like to be a great friend, to have empathy. That stuff requires skills, like, and using your brain to interpret things.
Right.
And if you can't do that, or you can't realize that you use the same few words in every single sentence, and you don't try to adapt or change or like expand your vocabulary or work on that, then you don't improve as a person, and you stagnate, and then I feel like you die sooner, because they say for older people it's best to try to like learn new hobbies, learn new skills, learn new languages, learn how to play like video games and shit like that, because it keeps your brain fresh and keeps you healthy.
Keep
like
some
this stuff
neurons
really
firing.
matters. Yeah, it really matters, bro. Like you really should always, well, you don't like, obviously taking the stress off yourself and like working smarter but not harder is a thing, but you should also sometimes work hard and train your brain just like you would train a muscle. It's mental exercise, and it's important. It's very important, man.
You don't understand how often I see on Twitter, like it'll be a post, and like instead of people using like critical thinking and like trying to understand what it is, because sometimes it'll be like a joke, and I go into like the replies, it'll be like, Grok, please explain. And it's like, what? Like y'all are so reliant on Chat GPT and Grok and all this shit, when in the AI overview on Google, y'all are so reliant on that. That's just 88% accurate. That shit could be feeding you the wrong information. Like I feel like we're losing our research, like researching shit on your own, checking your own sources, making sure you're getting the information from the right place. Y'all just eat up the AI overview and say, oh, well, you know what? It says this, then fuck it. Like think for your, like think, research some shit, fact check it, whatever. But like relying on AI is like, I'm telling you, we one hop, skip, and a jump away from being them people in Wally in the fucking chair with the damn Apple Vision on, obese as shit, just sitting there like, and just wheeling and just floating around like come on now, y'all. Like what are we really doing now? Like, what are we doing? A whole lot of nothing, really. And they'll wonder why our fucking literacy rate is down, why we can't comprehend shit. It's like because
we're not as active as we used to be, or we're not as social as we used to be. It's crazy.
It's because we're relying on these things. Like, go be a person in real life. Fuck this internet shit. Go interact with people. It's just literally you cannot, like, you can literally just never leave your house, Rod. You can work from home.
Survive.
You can work from home. You can get your groceries delivered to you. You can DoorDash all the time. You really don't need to step out of the house. But you need to step out the house. There's self-checkout now. You don't even got to talk to the fucking cashier. Like, there's so many, like, where's the interaction? Where's the hi? How you doing? How's your day going? Oh, good. I hope you, whatever, have a good day. Like, even the small talk is gone. You get like, this shit is crazy. The generations under us are like, even our own generation. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, bro. I feel like you can learn so much about the world and like each other from just having conversations.
Yeah.
And those things go a long way. Like we don't realize it, but the world is so much smaller than you think, bro. Like I remember growing up in high school and then seeing people that like I went to school with, like, you know, in middle school or whatever at the mall, and then, or like seeing people on social media and seeing someone in their story and being like, oh, like, you know, this person, I went to middle school with this person, I went to summer camp with this person.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know them. Or hey, like this person works here now. Like that's how we know each other. And I think that we affect each other a lot more than we think in ways that like they shape someone's perception of a certain kind of group of people. Like, for example, you see somebody that looks like me walking through the mall, you know, and I'm like damn near 2 sleeves, like I'm pretty dark, I'm tall, like I'm muscular. I probably don't seem like the most approachable person. You know, I'm probably not the kindest. I probably seem a certain way. And then if I'm nice to you or friendly, then it's like, oh, okay, like that was a nice person. Like he was nice. He's like, I guess people with that kind of resting bitch face and like that stature like they aren't that full of themselves. Like maybe they can be nice. And then someone was nice to you and you had a good interaction and you want to be nice to someone else now. And then like now because you're nice to someone else, that person that was having a bad day probably is having less of a bad day. Or like they learned something that like you can still be nice even though, you know, you're going through bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's like a domino effect that trickles down to every interaction, I think, because that's how things happen. Like you tip somebody well, that person goes home in a good mood, or like they're nicer to the next customer because, you know, they were tipped well for whatever reason, or nicer to the next consumer, and then now they get a good review. Now there's more people going there because it's a good review that they see. It's like a domino effect. It all starts with us and just interacting with each other and like just being real people. And I know that kind of went like everywhere on so many different tangents, but they all apply. It's all the same fucking web of just be a real damn person.
Yeah.
All right. Don't let this technology and this internet take that away from you. Like the internet is a fantastic tool.
Right.
And it is there's so much vast knowledge and there's so many ways to be connected with people, but we can't misuse it.
Yeah.
Because when that happens, we're fucked. Absolutely fucked. Like we just got to be careful, man.
Yeah, technology is definitely scary. But yeah. I mean, that is it. It's slow news week. I don't got anything else really.
Yeah, I mean that's cool with me.
Yeah,
because like we just said, we've been in front of this computer for a while.
Camera, so
yeah. Now it's time to, especially after that bullshit with Wayne.
Y'all eat a short podcast this week. Don't worry, we'll be back next week with a banger. I actually have an idea. Look, listen. We're gonna do a new segment, right? I'm gonna get some Reddit stories and we're gonna read some Reddit stories and just give our opinion on them. Make it a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more fun, stray away from the music, the whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a fun episode next week. I promise you. I'm gonna have some Reddit stories. I kind of have some already lined up. I just haven't brought the idea up. Go ahead.
Wait. Really big for pop culture. You watching media, Netflix, series, shows, whatever. Wednesday is coming back. If you haven't seen Wednesday, Terrell, you need to watch Wednesday.
I've not seen Wednesday.
It's coming back. They're coming back with a new season. The Squid Game season was teased. I did not watch that shit because I want to go in blind. It was teased.
I watched it.
They
don't show much. They don't show much.
Okay, but I seen like weird characters, and I was like, nah, I'm closing this.
I see more games though.
I'm trying to forget about it. I still have not seen Sinners. I'm not watching that shit until it comes out on the streaming platform. Like,
it's getting there. Yeah, I think it went on streaming on the 3rd. I just don't know where it's at. Honestly, it might be Prime Video, HBO Max, one of those.
Got it. We'll check it out.
Yeah,
and I'll let you know how we feel about that.
We can really talk about Sinners, like, on the pod.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. So then, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have already, we appreciate you. Audio listeners, come check out the videos. Come to YouTube. Check us out. Support us here.
Yeah.
Tongue twisted. Till then, man, stay up and easy. It's been
sir.
your guys, Terrell, myself, Rod. And we out.
Adios.
Peace.
But only Cardi can pick the right ones, though.
You're not a rapper. That shit is trash. Look, Rob, that shit is trash. But that beat with that bubbling on the side that I'm tuning out is just fire.
They're just. I feel like he's in too deep now, so he can't really break shit up. But he'll